Hello race fans, Racing 393, and for another exciting video. Today we're back in a Formula 1 car. Actually, I was going to do a different car and track combo, nothing to do with Formula 1. But I will be doing that. I'd already put the F1 wheel on my wheelbase and I couldn't be bothered, to be honest, to take it off. So today, where are we today? So we've rolled the clock back into a great era of Formula 1, in my opinion, to, I guess, somewhere around 2005, and we're in the Mclaren MP4 20. This car competed in the 2005 FIA World Championship and was designed by Adrian Newey and Mike Coughlin. The MP4 20 was actually the last McLaren to be powered by the infamous and widely accomplished engine builders and car manufacturers of Mercedes-Benz. They've been in the from my understanding is they've been in McLaren since 1995. So it was powered and they were partnered with Ilmore, but that was a good 10-year relationship. Incidentally, McLaren next year, 21, that's 2021, are going to return to the infamous Mercedes-Benz powered unit. So that'll be interesting to see whether they get back up to their former self. So yeah, these cars are fantastic. Groove tyres, pretty much all the whistles and flutes on there. I'm not saying that that's a great thing. However, they certainly made for spectacular racing. A 3-litre V10, normally aspirated, 90-degree configuration motor, well in excess of 1,000 brake horsepower, semi-automatic, traction control, literally point it in the direction you want to go and away you go. And we're going to take this car around Monaco. So I'm going to go over the car a little bit here, because this car, the car in the game, is modelled by VRC, which is a modding group called Virtual Race Car Modders or something. I can't remember. It's on Facebook actually. And these cars, as you can see, amazing detail. I'm gobsmacked by how much attention to detail they have, from the sort of the details of the exhausting at the back, diffuser, the tyres, the wheels, everything. As you can see there, I know this might be out of sync a little bit, but as I've zoomed into the car, you could see the detail that's in there with the diffuser and the detailing on the tyres. Still a very simplistic car, but certainly getting on for what today's cars look like, rather than what my favourite era of F1, as I've done on previous iterations of the videos. The car started to sort of sprout winglets and bits and pieces here and there, as the brains behind the aerodynamics of the car and aerodynamists, I don't know if that's a word, have I just made that up, really sort of get into their physics and wind tunnel work and get these cars stuck to the ground. So like them or loathe them, it is part of that evolution. It's just the way it is at the moment. So we're going to take this car around Monte Carlo, a 1988 Monte Carlo. So the runoffs they're not like they are now, where you got. Yes, it is still a very tricky circuit by any stretch. I mean, but in my opinion, it's not quite as difficult now as it was back then. So I'm going to jump into the cockpit and we'll give it a bash around the track. See you on track. So welcome to Monaco. As we come out the pits, I'm going to try and do a little bit of a commentating again on the lap. It's very difficult actually, because it goes to show how little you know the track, to be honest. So turn 1, going quite slow at the moment, Sandovo. Climbing up the hill, slight sort of change in direction. Beau Rivage, this is called. The first left-hander here is Massenet, and into the casino, which is up there on the left, I think. Down a short chute, Mirabeau, and the hairpin where the hotel is. Famous hairpin, very slow, probably the slowest part of the course. Very tricky actually in a Formula 1 car. As I got over the curbs. So Portier, under the bridge, the tunnel, flat out into the chicane. The chain's called Nouvelle Chicane. Again, it's a very it's a left and a right. It's mega tight. As I go over the curb there, I missed that one on that attempt. This fast left-hander to back into my favourite part of the circuit, sort of the swimming pool area. So a quick chicane as you come out the other side, and then into Le Rascasse. Back round to the main straight again. I think I had some issues with the steering force feedback. I was just checking something on the wheel. Didn't feel quite right. So here we go. Here comes a lap, or one of my laps, one of my attempts of Monaco. You can't quite get, I mean, I haven't got a setup on this car. Turn 1, Sandovo. Very bumpy up the hill here. Beau Rivage, and then coming up to Massenet in the casino. You find with this, it's such a difficult, I find this track easy to drive, but it's difficult to be quick. Come down to the sort of where the Portier is, and ran past the casino, or the hotel, sorry, the Grand Hotel. Never quite know how to take that hairpin, and we're coming around now. That's Portier there, and then Portier's coming up now, and then into the tunnel. So it's a quick blast through the tunnel. It's actually not a straight, it's a sort of gradually curving to the right and into a very Mickey Mouse left then right chicane. Nouvelle, short chute to back, one of my favourite parts of the circuit, into this complex, into the swimming pool area, a left and a right, just quickly over the curbs, coming out the other side. Oh no, I didn't realise I'd edited that bit. Ignore what I just said. I wasn't actually looking at the screen as such. I was just trying to, I was looking at a map.
Push, push, push.
Here we go. Should we try it properly this time? This is the outlap, as you can see. So it's a lot easier at lower pace. So the track isn't a difficult track, like I say, but to be quick, yeah, it does take some skill, even in a sim. I'd hate to think what it's like in real life. And this hairpin, in car, it looks like you've got absolutely no room whatsoever. But as you'll see on the replay at the end, it's tons of room. So you can get, I don't know if it's just scaling or something, but you get like loads of cars around there, it would seem. So as we're coming out underneath the tunnel there into the chicane, is that called Nouvelle? I'm trying to do it off memory now. Coming down to the swimming pool area. Out the inside. the Rascasse. Right, here we go. So onto the main straight. If you can call it a straight. Give it a blast. First corner. Sandovo. It's misleading this one. It's actually quicker than you think, but it looks almost like a right angle. Up the hill. Beaurivage. Massenet. Casino. So that's Massenet. There's the Casino. Little short squirt. Mirabeau. So it's, it tends to find the inside tyre locks up and raises up into the hairpin. Let's try to ride the curb here. Try to carry smooth power out of the car. Portier, where Senna crashed back in the day. 88, I think. Through the tunnel. Nouvelle chicane at the end. Not a lot of room here actually. It's bumpy on the exit. A tight left as I hit the curb. But ignore that lap.
Okay, Dean, we need to watch these track limits.
Yeah, track limits. To back. Swimming pool. Le Rascasse at the end as he come out of the swimming pool area. Le Rascasse is not quite a hairpin, but it's like a sharp. It's sharp in, right, a little squirt, and then right at the end. Onto the main straight, slight curve. Let's try and do a clean lap this time. So up the hill, Sandovo, Beaurivage. Very bumpy, trying to keep the car flat. Massenet into the Casino, and a short squirt. Watching the bump on the left, and then down to Mirabeau. I think that's what that hairpin's called, isn't it? Mirabeau, from memory. Which is trying to keep it nice and square, not going too wide, coming out nice and smooth. Past where Senna crashed, that's Portier. He gave up after, and he just walked home, apparently. Under the tunnel, and then we've got that chicane at the end. Nouvelle chicane. Getting the braking just right. It's very bumpy there. You can very easily lose the back end. Gets very light. Left and then right. That wasn't supposed to rhyme. To back. The Martin Brundle had one hell of an accident there one year. Left and a right. And then a right, then a left. And then to Le Rascasse. So I'm not sure if that was my quickest lap. I don't think it wasn't my quickest. It was probably one of the cleanest. This next lap was actually quicker, but I did hit the barrier. But I think it. 124.7. So 124.7. Sandovo again up the hill, trying to keep it as neat and tidy through the barriers. You can hear the car bouncing up and down on the bumps. It's quite a good rendition of the track actually by who made this? I don't know if it was an official Assetto Corsa track. Not sure where I got this one from. But it's not the best track rendition of Monaco there is, but it's good enough, more than good enough. So I can up through the tunnel, trying to keep it on the left and then to the right, trying to keep the maximum revs and RPM up, and then braking just as you exit on the curb on the right. Try not to lock the wheels. And it wasn't too bad there. This was a quicker lap.
Your sector 2 time is quick.
Carried a lot of speed through there then. But this is where I've done a bit of I just outbraked myself into the Rascasse, and it just bounced off the Armco. And across the line, not sure what the time was. Listen out.
Was a 124.3. That's your quickest lap in this session.
24.3. Not bad. So here's the replay. Once I get that sorted out. Great sounding car. And it goes to show, as we go to Sandovo, it goes to show the speed and commitment you needed on the cars. Even as a sim, it's trying to simulate Monaco, so it's doing a pretty damn good job. So Massenet, Casino. There's the Casino on the right. think. Down the hill, Mirabeau. So the next one's the Mirabeau hairpin, where it feels like you've got like no room, but when you look at that, it looks like you've got loads of room. Maybe just the camera angle. So Portier through the tunnel. Pretty quick through there. Spectacular stuff. Down Nouvelle. Chicane again. Looks like it got more room than it seems in car. Come down to Tabac and into the my favourite part, into the swimming pool complex. Towards the end of the lap. And unfortunately, that was quick through there. You can feel the car. that was super quick. This is where I made a bit of a mistake. I just outbraked myself into the last one, La Rascasse. It did catch the barrier, but it would have been a lot quicker had I not done that. And across the line, a 124 something or other. So there we go. Well, that's the end of that video. I hope you enjoyed it. A quickish lap round Monaco in the Mclaren MP4 20. See you on the next video.